Heyo friendos, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be trying out a lot of new makeup. You've seen this in my hauls or in my Boxycharm reveals. I can't wait to test these out in front of you. Maybe you got some of these products too and you want to take them out and test them out along with me. Let me know your thoughts and if you think that they are lit or shit. If you are anxious to see what we have in store, then friendos, just stay tuned. So guys, I want to hold off on using my new milk primer because I'm going to be trying out a lot of new base products today. So I want to go with something that I know is time tested and trusted by myself. So we're going to start out with the Makeup Forever Pore Minimizer Step 1 Primer. So a lot of you have probably seen me use this before on my channel. If you haven't, I'm just gonna briefly cover this. This is really good at covering up pores. And also this one is really good at not changing your foundation finish. So some of the primers that have recently come out, a lot of them are very radiant. So when you put down your foundation, they kind of peek through. And then some are really mattifying and they can make your foundation look dry or cakey, or just more matte than you would want them to. With this one, your foundation is going to stay the same. So the first thing that I am dying to do today is to contour my face. I have a fat face. Contour will just make it look more snatched. So we will try out the Iconic London. My thing is already super dirty. I don't know why. But this is the Iconic London Multi-Use Sculpting Palette. And this did come in my Boxycharm. As you guys can see, I have been lighting her up, guys. I'm going to go in with this middle shade and I'm just going to use my finger to put this down and then we'll use the brush to properly do the contouring. I'm going to use my LR322 to blend everything out. This did come in one of my Boxycharm boxes and I've really been liking it. I have not received anything from Boxycharm in the way of foundation, so we're going to go in with the Luminous Silk Foundation. I finally got the full size and very excited about it. This is shade 5. Then I have the Luminous Silk Concealer, again in shade number 5. So they actually do make it a little bit lighter than the foundation. I appreciate that. Sometimes when you purchase a set foundation and concealer, they'll be the exact same shade, and I like for there to be a little bit of differentiation in the shades. And I'm going to use my Merit foundation brush to blend everything out. Okay guys, I'm going to try the concealer under my eyes and let it sit down for a little longer this time before I blend it out. I don't really feel like it gave me what I needed. There is no creasing though, I will say that. So I'm going to blend this out with my finger. I am getting a little bit more coverage by using this method, but if I'm being real, this is a medium coverage foundation, so I assume that the concealer is supposed to be medium coverage as well. Let me look that up real quick, guys. Hash this out. I'm going to go ahead and set under my eyes with a tried and true powder. I think today I will go with Who Will Be Chosen. I'm going to go in with Kristen Dominique's translucent setting powder. Y'all, this setting powder is lit, let me tell you. So friendos, my lips are feeling dry AF, so I say we go ahead and try on this Lawless Forget the Filler lip gloss. Plus this will give us more time to see if this actually works and plumps my lips. This smells faintly like strawberries. The gloss is really thick. It's kind of hard to spread out. This one is called Rosy Outlook, just in case you're curious, and this is made in the USA. I do really like the packaging on here. It looks really nice and luxe. Love the rose gold, love the frosted glass. I don't really feel it doing anything, but I mean, we still have plenty of time in the video, so we'll check back in a few minutes. In the meantime, let's check out this Pero Primero primer. This is from Alamar Cosmetics, and this might be pronounced Alamar. I'm not really sure. So that primer felt thick, but it smoothed out really quickly and easily. And has a nice sheen to it. I was going back and forth today on which palette to use because I have gotten quite a few since signing up with Boxycharm. I think I'm going to go in with my latest Ofra palette. It's this one right here. This came in my August box, and Signature Palette Symphony. So we'll test that out today. Now I have been, I shouldn't say gifted, but I have received quite a few brushes and bought quite a few brushes from the Boxycharm website since signing up. But to be honest, I couldn't hold myself back, and I've already used all of them, and most of them are dirty. So I might not be using those in this video. So I'm going to start out with the darkest shade in the palette, this nice brown shade. There she is, going in with this one, and I'm going in on my Refer 14. And friendos, in case I have never told you before, my favorite brushes are actually Refer brushes. They are natural fibers. They are truly handmade and hand cut in Japan, and they do make all the difference in blending. If you are curious, then right now is a good time to check them out because they do have a buy one, get one free sale going on right now on their site. And it is spelled R-E-P-H-R. Not sponsored, not affiliated, at least not now. I wish I was, but just letting you guys know, these are luxuriously beautiful, well-made brushes. And I'm just really building up that brown here. Just curious, on the eye, I see a slight purpleness to it that I did not see in the pan. Next up on my Sonia G Blender Pro, we're gonna go in with this kind of peachy terracotta shade, and I'm going to go into and above the crease with this shade. This one is a little weak. I feel like it's not very pigmented. I think it actually might be a thing where it's too hard pressed because I think the brush is having a hard time picking it up. Sometimes, you know, it's kind of hard to tell if your brush fibers aren't white, if it's getting picked up or not. I don't think it is. Okay, this time I definitely got more on there. Yeah, she's just a little bit too hard pressed. Next up on my Morphe M506, we will go into the Satin Plummy shade right here. And that shade performed really well, I feel like. Okay, so we'll try so now we'll try out the bronzy shade right here. It's also in a satin finish. I'm not going to switch brushes. I'm just going to keep on. And then I'm going to be predictable and put this champagne-y gold shade in the corner of my eye. I'm going to use my new Luxie 211 concealer brush for this. using that Refer 14 brush just to go back over everything so that we don't have a harsh line between the shimmers and the satins. I just want it to lightly fade into each other. And as far as the champagne-y color is concerned, I'm not wowed, but I'm not disappointed either. It's a standard pretty inner corner highlight. And friendos, I do not have a new eyeliner to show you guys, so I'm just going to do my eyeliner, and I don't think I have a new mascara either. So I'm going to do those two things off camera, and I'll be right back to you guys. Okay, so I actually don't think I've gotten to show you guys this. This is the OPV Beauty London palette, and my sister got this in her latest base box. So this is what she looks like. And for matte contour, blush, and for highlight, that's what I'm going to use today. Okay, this is way more pigmented than what I expected. Which, hey, who's hating on that? Let me just try to dial it back some. I can also put down more powder and just kind of fade that out. Then for highlighter, we'll use the LR308. I'm not sure if this is picking up. We're about to find out. So I'm not sure if it's this brush. This one actually feels pretty flimsy compared to the rest. Let me try a different brush. I'm going to use my F07. This is from Nakia Joy. Yeah, already I can tell that this is picking it up a little bit better. I've liked all of my Laurel brushes up until this one. Ooh, there she is. Holla! Okay, I just really annoyed myself. I'm sorry, guys. I know you guys have got to be like, what? I don't know what on earth is wrong with me today. So that looks good. Also from Nakia Joy, I'm going to reach for my F03 Angled Contour. We're going to go into this bronzy shade right here. I really like the shade that it looks in the pan. It looks so neutral, not very orangey and not too cool. Oh, shit. Yep. I'm going to be reaching for the powder today. I was not expecting that. I felt like I barely even pushed into this. Okay, let me go really light now. Okay, I'm going to dust over my entire face real quick with some powder to kind of tame this because I definitely went too heavy. So guys, I realized I never actually set my makeup today, so this is from Cab Cosmetics. Again, this was something that was in my sister's base box, and this is a loose setting powder. So this is pretty mattifying. So if you are a shiny girl, this might be something you like. My sister is as dry as an 80-year-old lady. Just kidding. Honestly, guys, I really like this powder. I am oily, so this is kind of my speed. It looks really light on the skin, and it just seems staying blurring, but also matte at the same time. Now, guys, this is not from Boxycharm, but I figured we should try this out. This is the Nest Sunkissed Hibiscus. This is so cute. Oh, it's a rollerball formula. Nice. Y'all, this is disappointing. This doesn't smell bad. In fact, it smells really nice, but this smells so strongly of Tahitian vanilla. It's like you just get hit with vanilla first, and then the hibiscus is kind of in the background. And I was really hoping for a good, strong hibiscus scent from that, and I did not get it. I'll get back to you guys on the longevity, but if you are into vanilla fragrances with a little bit of floral mixed in, you might like this. If not, you're gonna hate it. So now, friendos, it is time for my final thoughts. And a lot to get to today. So the first thing is Luminous Silk Foundation. This has been a favorite of mine forever. I'm not going to waste your time on this. The concealer I was able to build up, but it still is a strong medium coverage. And I don't see a lot of creasing under my eyes. My eyes are very crepey just in general. They stay super dry. And despite me not being that old, I have a lot of just fine lines under here that's caused by the dryness. This Pero Primero primer from Alamar seemed to do a really good job. I don't really have anything negative to say about it, and really nothing that I haven't already said. It's just, it seems really good and I want to try it out some more. I'm definitely going to put it on my desk. The Cab Cosmetics Loose Setting Powder was really impressive to me. I think if you like something that's mattifying and blurring, you're going to like this. However, let's say you are someone who is dry and you don't want anything matte on your face, you're probably going to hate this. So it just depends on your skin type and your preferences. Then as far as this OPV Beauty Palette is concerned, I was really impressed. I felt like this packed a lot of pigmentation. I felt like it went on really well. I really like the shade of the bronzer, and the highlight looks really nice as well. I'm really happy with this. So this lip gloss, you guys, I don't really feel like it did much, if anything at all, more than what a regular lip gloss would do as far as plumping. I feel like the only plumping that's happening is just from the thickness of the gloss and not really anything that's happening biochemically in the formulation to my lips. With most of my plumping lip glosses, I can feel something going on my lips. Like it might feel cooling, it might feel burning, it might feel tingling. I don't really get that with this. There might be a very, very light cooling feel, but as far as the volumizing aspect of this lip gloss, I'm just not that impressed. As far as the finish and how it feels really nice. I do think that it looks good on the lips, but I'd rather put my money towards a Buxom lip cream because it does a little bit more plumping. This Ofra eyeshadow palette, I was fairly impressed with this. I had not tried their eyeshadow formulation before. I have tried their highlighters and I do really like their highlighters. I wasn't super impressed with this kind of peachy terracotta shade right here. I do feel like that one got a little too hard pressed. Everything else felt really nice and luxurious and performed really well. Also, just want to throw this out there in case you guys have missed any of my Isomai beauty videos. The mascara that I used today is this rubber lash that's from her brand. And let me tell you, I think it looks really nice. I almost look like I have falsies on. Not quite, but almost there. So that is what I do have on my lashes. Also, the Sculpting Palette from Iconic London, I've really enjoyed. I feel like it's oily enough that it spreads around really nicely on the face, but it doesn't go patchy. And I feel like it gives you a lot of options color-wise. And I have used these before as foundations, and they make for a decent foundation color. And guys, I suppose we shall call it there for today. Thank you all so much for choosing to spend your free time here with me. I definitely appreciate it. If you did have a great time, then I would also appreciate if you would give this video a big thumbs up. It really does help me out a lot and helps my channel to grow. But the best thing that you can do to help my channel grow is subscribe if you have not done so already. Also, if not, we'll both have to live in the sorrow of never knowing what could have been. All right, guys, have an awesome day. Bye.